Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aniisah Safinah Kilrey, and now I'm gonna talking about my proposal presentation. And the title of my proposal is the use of fast talk a mile a minute game to improve students' vocabulary at the 3rd grade of SD Muhammadiyah Gendeng. For the introduction, I'm gonna tell you about how popular English is. Because English is known as the international language. Almost everyone in every country understands English. That's why learning English is so important because it makes it easier to communicate with people around the world. In English, there are 4 skills that students must master in learning it. They are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. However, mastering all writing skills is not easy for Indonesian because English is very different from Indonesian. They differ in spelling, pronunciation, and also meaning. So, to achieve these language skills, Indonesian students need to learn more about English vocabulary. Difficulties may arise from the words themselves and be very difficult to overcome. So to overcome this problem, the teacher must use a strategy or method so that students are motivated to learn vocabulary. For the problem statement, I want to know, because based on the background above, the researchers formulate a research question as follows. Can the use of fast talk a mile a minute game to improve students' vocabulary at the 3rd grade of SD Muhammadiyah Gendeng? And for the objective of the research, in relation to the problem statement, I want to formulate the objective of the research, that is to find out whether the use of fast talk a mile a minute game to improve students' vocabulary at the 3rd grade of SD Muhammadiyah Gendeng. For the chapter 2, it's about literature review. Some previous relate findings. According to Fendi, states in his research that translating short story method is an effective way to increase students' English vocabulary and also is a way that can be expected to motivate the students to learn vocabulary. And for some pertinent ideas, first I'm going to talk about the concept of vocabulary. And now I'm going to tell you about the definition of vocabulary according to Richard and Rinandia. Defines that vocabulary is core component of language proficiency and provides much of the basic for how well learners speak, listen, read, and write. Additionally, Diamonds and Gulton in Ferreira suggest that vocabulary is the knowledge of words and their meanings. This means that without establishing a strong vocabulary base first, comprehension and use of a language will not be achieved. In addition, the students should be able to recognize words and know their meaning as well. Thus, when a student is effectively able to recognize and use a word in different contexts, speak, write, pronounce the word well, and also she or he has the knowledge and meaning of the word. And there are also kinds of vocabulary. According to Harmer, distinguishes 2 types of vocabulary. First, active vocabulary refers to vocabulary that students have thought or learned and they expect to be able to use. And second, passive vocabulary refers to vocabulary that students will recognize when they need them, but they may not be able to produce it. And for teaching vocabulary, in deciding what kinds of technique the teacher will use in the teaching vocabulary, there are some criteria that should be part attention. First, it should interest the learners. Second, it should make the learners pay attention to the form, meaning, or use the words in the sentence. And the last, it should give chance for repetition according to nation in Purba. There are some steps to play a game of fast talk a mile a minute. First, give students all of the categories being used in each round. Second, assign or have the group select a talker to begin the game. Give the talker one category with a list of words fitting that category. The talker role rotates after each category is completed. The other students in the group are the guessers. And the third, give each group category sets equal to the number of the students in the group. In other words, if there are 4 students in one group, 4 category sets are given to each group. If the steps are complete, the teacher can start to command the students to play the game of fast talk a mile a minute. The talker tries to have his or her team members say each word list under the category by describing the word in the list, talking a mile a minute. Description can be words or sentence. Students should also avoid using any word that is part of category title. Example, a talker giving clues for recycle might call out the following clues. Like first, this is an animal. And then this is something that has furs. And then this has 4 legs. And this animal has voice like meow. After that, as soon as the first word is guessed, the talker can move to the next word on the list until the set is complete. The game finishes after a specified time of 1 minute, and the winning team will be assigned point for every word that is guessed. The data will be collected through the test and analyze it quantitatively. The steps in analyzing the data are described as follows by scoring the student's correct answer of pre-test and post-test by using the formula like this one. After that, the researchers will classifying the scores of students pre-test and post-test like this one. Okay, this is all for my presentation. Thank you and sorry for all mistaken that I made. Okay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.